Hey there, gang. Thanks for stopping by. I have this box of comic books that I need to grade for sale on eBay, and I always wait until you are here so that we can pull those books and make the discovery together to find out what it is that I will be working on. I never peek until you are here. So thanks for coming. If you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video, and I am here in the office. As some of you know, some of you have gotten pretty adept at knowing where I'm filming from based on the surface that we're looking down at. So I am in the office today, .com Comics in Freeport, Maine, .comcomics.com/sellmycomicbooks.com. Two mighty websites that you should visit. When you're not buying comic books online from .com Comics, the seller name, that's where all of these books that we're going to look at today will end up. Usually within a week or so of when I film this video, you will see them posted to the eBay. Gave away my age there by calling it the eBay. But anyway, I because I'm in the office, I don't have any of my own action figures with me that I use as a mascot in these videos. And we used to have a box of kind of loose action figures floating around the office here, and I can't find it. And it's kind of pissing me off. So I broke out this little fella here to use as the mascot. I don't know what he is. He's some kind of he's not even an action figure. He's one of these HeroClix figures, which I don't even know, is HeroClix still a thing? I only knew HeroClix just long enough to know that they had some Legion of Superheroes figures that I had to have and never got. Because they came and went just that fast. But anyway, I have no idea who this guy is or what particular game he goes with. But anyway, that's our make do for a mascot for this video. So, please take pity, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the groovy things so that I can buy more action figures so that I can have some for the office and some for home. Just like I do have my Legion flight ring on. I do have some Legion flight rings that I keep stashed away at the office and some at home. So you can never have too many Legion flight rings. So, hey, let's not waste any more time. Let us dive right into the unboxing. And here's a kind of a perennial. We see one of these in just about every box. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 282, first appearance of Bishop. So that's a thing. X-Force number 2, the second appearance of Deadpool, which really is not a thing. I've recommended to the owner that we stop trying to sell this as a single because it only goes for like $4 or $5. Every now and again, you'll get a couple of people fighting over it, and it'll get up there. But this very rarely gets up to the $10 threshold. We like to see every auction on eBay, rather it's a single book like these or a multi-book lot, we like to see them go for at least $10. There's another one. This is X-Force number 11. Also doesn't do great, although frankly it does a little better than number 2. And that's the first appearance of Domino as herself. I guess she had an earlier appearance that was actually somebody else disguised as her. Here is Uncanny X-Men 201, first appearance of Cable as a baby. That's another one we see in just about every box. This is cool. Midnight Tales number 1, a nice Charlton book. Look at that. And Howard, what is that signature there? Wayne Howard is the signature down here. I'm not 100% sure I know who that is, but they kind of screwed up this Frankenstein, didn't they? Talking about having 2 left feet, he's got 4 of them. And no head. Oh no. But there's Midnight Tales number 1 from Charlton Comics. That's 20 cents. That's an early 70s book. It says mint on this sticker here, but I can tell you just looking at it that that's not mint. It's probably going to be about a 6.0. Invaders number 8, first appearance of Union Jack. That's cool. Sandman number 1, not the Sandman that you are probably familiar with, but an earlier version that was a Jack Kirby, Joe Simon team up. They didn't quite capture the magic of their earlier material. Captain America 290. Who was that? Is that the first Mother somebody? Mother Superior? I don't know. This is just nice because it's just a great Mike Zeck cover. That's some beautiful stuff right there. Justice League of America. This is random. I don't know if this got pulled to be sold as a single because it's got Starro, and because of Starro's appearance in the recent Suicide Squad. I almost slipped and said Suicide Squid. And those of you who are my age know what that's all about. If you don't, you probably don't know what Usenet is. Usenet was the kind of the original message board system of the internet. It existed originally as part of the DARPANET, which was the forerunner to the World Wide Web. And so it carried over onto the web. And so there were different groups that people would go to for discussions on every topic imaginable. And there was a hierarchy, and one of them was rec.arts.comics, and then there were lots of subgroups there. But somebody famously was talking about the Suicide Squad and misspelled it as Suicide Squid. And so Suicide Squid became this big thing on the Usenet, the comic book Usenet message boards. This is what, mid-90s? Maybe even early 90s. I didn't get on the internet until after Windows 95. So 95, 96, and I think it might have already been a thing then. I forget. If you know when Suicide Squid made his debut, and you could probably Google Suicide Squid and get the full story with the actual dates and everything. But I don't know, if you know more, leave a comment down below. But anyway, they used to do these annual fan awards on those message boards, and they were called the Squiddies. The Squiddies, which was in homage to that typo that fueled many a meme, sort of a pre-meme. These would have been text memes because it was not an image-based system at all. So yeah, the Squiddies were the annual award, and I don't know... Maybe they still do the Squiddies. I don't think Usenet is a thing anymore. It became Google Groups, and then I think they just kind of let it die and killed it. I think some of the email lists are still around, but as far as a web-based message board system, I don't think that's around anymore. But anyway, that was a lot of talk about that book that I'm not sure should be in here because I don't think that's going to hit $10. I assume it's in here because it is Starro, and because Starro was in the Suicide Squad movie, not Suicide Squid. All right, so here's Alice Cooper. I believe that's his one and only comic book, and that's actually that is a copy of Marvel Premiere number 50, Avengers 111 with Black Widow. Number 116 with the Vision and Scarlet Witch. 117, some floating heads. And not only floating heads, but bubble heads. There you go. With just somebody's random arm. The mystery supervillain. You'll never guess the identity. Well, I bet it's probably, is it Sunfire maybe? Fire Lord? I don't know. Maybe it's a Flash. Here is 118, 125 with Thanos. Not looking very Thanos-y, actually. I probably wouldn't have known that was Thanos if I hadn't read it on the cover. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 7. First appearance of that version of Spider-Woman, who was only a thing for a hot second. And I finally figured out, where did I hear this? Somebody said it on some YouTube I was watching recently. Oh, I know where it was. It was on my coworker's channel, the Sell My Comic Books channel. They're back to making videos, posting at least one a week. So go to Sell My Comic Books, that YouTube channel. You can see my boss, one of the co-owners of the company, Sean, whom we refer to as Tall Sean, and then one of my coworkers, Sean, who we refer to as Small Sean, and then behind the camera, and you'll hear him chiming in from time to time, that is Don. I used to do the camera work, but I lost my job. Don's the new guy here at the company, and he has some past video production experience. So it's used to be the Sean and Sean show, but now it's Sean, Sean, and Don. Or Sean, Don, and Sean? Or Don, Sean, and Sean? We'll see who rises to prominence. Probably Sean. Tall Sean will always have his name first, I guess. But anyway, they're back to doing videos. The Sell My Comic Books channel. And so they unbox books as they come in here. And so a lot of times the books that you see me unboxing, you will see them there first when they unbox a collection. And Sean will eventually, Tall Sean will sort them into different sales streams. So anyway, what I started to say was that it was the most recent video. They were talking about this book this was in a collection, and Don chimed in to say that the reason this is kind of taken off is not just that it's the first appearance of Omega Red or Red Omega, whichever way it goes, but there were some rumors that he was going to be in some movie or Disney Plus show and ended up not being, but there are thoughts that he will still appear. I never heard that rumor, so I did not know that. I assume Don's not just making things up. maybe I wouldn't know. What is this? This is this next stack is a giant bundle. Oh my God! Is that all? This can't be all Star Wars. Sorry, I had a little kind of orgasm there, didn't I? So this is all Whitman variants. So the Whitman, and this is actually a second print Whitman variant. The first one doesn't have that little reprint box right there. So I don't know if this is all Star Wars or if this is different stuff. But the Whitman variants, as you know, you may know, if you've seen previous videos, I've talked about this before, but Whitman was a branch of Western Publishing, which also did Gold Key comics. But at Whitman, they licensed other comics, primarily Marvel and DC, but also they did their own Gold Key books, published under the Whitman label. And those primarily went into 3-packs in department stores, kind of an alternate distribution route. And some folks in the comments below here, I think Anthony Pardue, maybe some others. If you've mentioned this and I'm forgetting your name, then just remind me again in the comments below. I'm not forgetting you. I'm not ignoring your name because I don't want to give you credit. I'm just old and I forgot. But some people, like Anthony, like these others I'm alluding to, have said that they bought Whitman books as singles on the newsstands and in various outlets, and claim that they got Marvel books in 3-packs that weren't necessarily Whitman's. Now, the Marvel Whitman variants are a little harder to identify because they don't say it. The Gold Key Whitmans actually would say Whitman. They replaced the Gold Key logo with a little Whitman logo. The DC comics, the middle part of the DC bullet, where it said actually DC, instead had the W for Whitman and usually had the issue number removed. Marvels, though, generally there's not an easy way to tell a Marvel Whitman from any other kind of Marvel book. But so I'm going to open this up and we'll see if this is all Marvel Whitmans. Or if it is all Star Wars Whitmans. I don't know. We're going to find out. Ooh, this is fun. It's so exciting. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. Got a little stiffy. So there you go. There's Star Wars number 2. There's another number 2. Maybe this is a whole giant stack of Star Wars number 2. There's number 3. And these are old, grody, stuck-together bags. There's another number 2. Here's another number 3. It's all going to be Star Wars 2 and 3, huh? Oh, God. There's a 6. The first 6 issues, they told the tale of the movie. They serialized the movie, an adaptation. Although, if you read it, it's really an adaptation of the earlier draft, before Spielberg's wife, whose name I'm forgetting, and a couple of others kind of saved the movie. By all accounts, by general acclaim, most people agree, even hardcore George Lucas fans agree that his wife, I want to say Patty, but I'm probably thinking of Patty Boyd. But I don't think Lucas and George Harrison and Eric Clapton were fighting over the same Patty. Either I've got the name wrong or it's two different Patties. But anyway, there are scenes in this comic book that were cut out of the final the final edit of the movie. So this really more closely follows the movie as Spielberg intended it before it got, quote unquote saved. So there's 6. There's 5. Geez, you'd think we would have some 1s in here, right? As big a stack as this is. There's another 5. And again, you've got your first print Whitmans, and then the second print Whitmans will say reprint here. There's another 5. Here's a 4. Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Oh, wow. Another 4. It is. This is all going to be Star Wars 5. Sorry, the video is getting a little repetitive now, isn't it? I'll watch the analytics, and this is where the views will actually absolutely plummet. Here's number 8. Cool. What is his name? Roxanne, I think. I don't care. Any Star Wars sequel should have the giant green bunny. They did away with the giant green bunny and gave us that damn floppy-eared Jar Jar. Although that was a prequel, not a sequel. But this is where I learned not to trust these kinds of books, because after the original 6 issues that adapted Star Wars, Chapter 4, A New Hope, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just Star Wars. There was this big, long story featuring Han Solo with all of these other rebel outlaws, including, I still want to say his name is Jackson. Jackson, that's it. Not Roxanne, Jackson. Jackson, God is Roxanne. And it was, as soon as the next movie came out, it totally invalidated everything that had been in the comic books. And so it was like, well, what the hell, man? Oh, here you go. Now we're leaving Star Wars behind. Here's a Battlestar Galactica. And there is another Battlestar Galactica. And here is another Battlestar Galactica, number 1. There's another one. We're going to have as many of these as the damn Web of Spider-Mans we saw. Holy crap. Good enough Whitman variants of this. This can't be from one person's collection. This must be like a... Well, although a lot of them have little ticks, like they've been read. Maybe somebody just had a Battlestar fetish. But I was going to say, these were like a warehouse find or something like that. Some kind of stack that never got distributed, which wouldn't be surprising, the way the newsstand was during this period. Holy crap. That's a lot of Battlestar Galactica number 1, Whitman variant. Here's Shogun number 2. And here's, we're back to Star Wars again. And there's Jackson again. Here's Jackson. Boy, Jackson's pissed. Look at him. Boom, boom, boom. There's talk that Micronauts number 1. Woohoo! Now, in my own collection, and I'm not one for variants, but I do have both the regular Micronauts number 1 and this Whitman version. I've got both of those. I love the Micronauts, and I recommend it to you highly, at least the first dozen issues or so, although the whole series is great. It lasted like 59 issues, and then there was kind of a second go that lasted, 17 or 18 issues. But do yourself a favor. Try out the Micronauts. And that was based on the toy line, the Mego toy line, which was based on the Japanese Micro Men. And some of the characters are original, such as Bug and Marionette. Some were kind of halfway adaptations, like Commander Actorus Ran here is supposed to be a version of the Micronaut figure's Space Glider. But Baron Karzar and the Acroyer both both are pretty faithful to the actual toys. And Croyer, I think that was his actual name of the Microman, the Japanese version, was also called an Croyer. They kept the name there. But there are rights issues with this that preclude this ever getting reprinted in a trade paperback because, and I think it's Hasbro now, owns the rights to the Micronauts, or at least the American rights to the Micronauts. And there have been some attempts to revive the Micronauts over the years. Problem is, everybody loves this version of the Micronauts, and Marvel owns its version. At least, the stories. So it owns, like, Bug and Marionette outright. It owns its version of Space Glider, which is Commander Actress Ran. So that's why anytime that you see the Micronauts adapted more recently by, I think, IDW is the most recent one to try it. Image tried it at one point. They will, the Space Glider will still be the leader for some reason. Not that he was in the actual toy line, but they'll change his name. It won't be Commander Ran. It'll be something else. But so those characters can't be used in any adaptation, any new version of the Micronauts. But Marvel can't try a new version of the Micronauts with just its characters because it can't use these characters like Baron Karzar and Croyer that are clearly part of the toy line. So I don't know how well I am explaining that. And I really wanted the Quantum Realm in the MCU movies. I really, really wanted that to be the Microverse. And I really desperately wanted for the third Ant-Man movie, where apparently they're going into the Quantum Realm. I would have just loved if that had been, Ant-Man and the Micronauts. Or Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Micronauts. And I had sort of my headcanon. In my headcanon, if they had done that, they would have had Michelle Pfeiffer during the years that she spent in the Quantum Realm or Microverse. She would have been Marionette. She would have served her time with the Micronauts during all those years as what they would have called her Marionette. That to me would have just been a perfect tie-in and worked all that together. But I guess they're not going to use the Micronauts at all when they go into the Quantum Realm, which is too bad. Too bad. So there's another number 7. Here's another number 7. Boom ba-doom. Here's another number 9. Star Wars, another number 9. And another number 9. Sound like a Beatles album. Number 9. Number 9. Here's number 8. Number 8. And the last number 8. And I guess I got a little chatty, so let's end things there. We're not actually very deep into this box. Maybe I'll have to divide this box into 3 videos. But anyway, let's do this again tomorrow. Well, just a few minutes, my time, but your time... It'll be tomorrow when we will, if not finish out this box, we'll get a little deeper into it. So until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.